Good morning, amazing artists. We're going to be drawing like Dali. Salvador Dali, the world-renowned Spanish surrealist, would draw landscapes from his dreams. He would combine reality with things that could only be in his imagination. For this one, we're going to create a landscape from his dreamscape elephants. In the examples, you will find the dreamscape elephants. There are two elephants approaching each other from across a desert. We're going to be creating just one. And again, we're going to be creating it in landscape. Looks like I missed a detail, a little tail back there. We'll be adding details to the elephant with the large shape of an oval for the head and the body, and spindly brittle legs. For Dali, brittle features like this would represent the finiteness of time. He'll be roving across an open desert, and we'll create a small wavy horizon, some hills, and then there are some features that belong in the dreamscape. Dali has this floating house, a little human. Over on this side, he has a statue of an angel or a small angelic figure. What sort of details would you add to make this seem like a dream? Are there details, places that show up in your dreams that you would like to add to yours? Finally, there's an obelisk floating above the elephant's back. Let's get started with our landscape. Take a good look at your sheet of paper and decide where each of the elements are going to go. I know that I want at least half to be spent on the elephant, so not worrying about that space. Now that I'm in half the space, I know that I want long legs, so I'm thinking maybe about this much space, and a body. Okay, dot. Using my fingers and my eyes, I found that if I put a dot here, there's space on top, lots of space on the bottom, and plenty of space on both sides of my half. I like that dot. Once you've determined where you should get started, let's make our first detail. This is the elephant's back. It's just a curved line. Draw the elephant's back. The elephant's ears are a lot like leaves, really, or plant petals. Two curved lines on top, one curved line going towards the body, and a curve that drifts down a lot like a leaf. Back inside this elephant's ear, we again have a shape that belongs in nature. If you would like to make a smoother shape for an ear, you can smooth this line out on top. The head is in between the ear and the body, of course. This is a nice curved line for the head. The elephant has two ears, so we can draw these nice organic curving lines. For the opposite side of the head, the elephant has a mouth, and the mouth is going to become part of the tusk. So I'm going to start in about the middle of the ear. I'm going to go straight, rather diagonally, and down, and then out. That's my elephant tusk. Elephant tusk comes back in, and I'll finish the mouth. That's the mouth of the elephant, okay? I'll close the mouth up a bit, and this is going to become his trunk. Nice curve on the end of the elephant's trunk. Let the line become bigger to meet in the face. Other side of the tusk. Straight out. Bottom of the ear. Dangling down. Round eye. We finished the basic details to make the elephant's face. To make the elephant's body, we're going to start at the back. Nice little curved line for his bum. His leg is coming straight out because he's going on a walk. So I'll go right back in his body and make a leg that's going straight out. Kind of reminds me of a drumstick taking a walk. Let's go back up to his ears. add his front leg. You'll notice whenever we add arms and legs, I start wide and I taper the lines in. Sometimes I draw the shapes. You could imagine this as a rectangle. You could imagine that as a triangle. The belly of the elephant. And now we're free to draw the front or the opposite side of the legs. Maybe not front, depending on the angle you're looking at. They are also in motion. One going forward, one leg coming back. Need a little extra body there that I did not add. Now I have 4 legs on my elephant. To make the legs long and brittle, we're going to be capping them off with 2 bumps to make 2 bones. Or to make the junction between the bones. And let's plan out these long brittle legs. The back leg is going backwards. Again, it's walking. This middle leg has a low bend and is beginning to go forward. This leg meets this one and then goes forward as well. And the front leg goes simply to the front. Their legs may not have the exact same shapes. That's okay. I want to make the opposite side of the brittle leg, so I just keep these lines small, take my time, and make sure they meet. Dali would have approved of a wavy line because it would have made it even more dreamlike. These are not perfect. The bottom are just points, a lot like scaffolds. Would you like to add your landscape? Using your pencil or your eye, you need a low horizon for this piece of art because this gentleman is roving across an open desert environment. Some round hills. And Dali has drawn with an almost whipsy, say that word right, wispy, dreamlike quality. And the details of the elephant. We have this sort of skin or seaweed or something sloughing off, reminds you of perhaps an ancient beast coming from some strange place. Dali would use details like this to echo the passage of time. Also the unreality or the surrealistic quality of the scene. Details on the elephant. He is wearing a blanket and a detail across his face. Give it a very Persian look. Persian is an ancient name for the kingdom of Iran, one of the first kingdoms on this planet of humans. We could add some of those Persian details, and of course the tail I left out and the obelisk. Tail that curls at the end and the obelisk. You can put a shallow triangle, 2 lines that taper up but don't close, and then close them with an actual triangle. More or less flat on the bottom. This is your basic obelisk. To add the details like Dali, you could make a small triangle, shallow, just like the one on the bottom, lines that connect them, and what does he have? An all-seeing eye. He has 3 dots that he arranged here and a few small cracks. What details do you think will complete this piece of art? I talked about the dream details. What details belong in your dreams? I'm going to draw Dali's floating house and his small human, who is pretty much like a little silhouette right here on the bottom. That's my tiny human and the silhouetted house. I'm going to just draw some bold lines here to capture this floating building that he adds, a very dreamlike element. What sort of dreamlike elements do you think belong in your piece of art? Amazing artist. Now it's up to you. I'll see you next time, and we're moving on, I believe, from Hispanic Heritage Month. So I can't wait until we get together and try our next How to Draw. See you next time.